South African politicians, your time has come. Oh, chat. It's a favorite politician. Just joking, dog. I'm not a politician, but politics are ruining South Africa, chat. Let's keep it about DA, ANC, EFF, IFP, and more, and Zoma's party, and all of these parties. They all claim that no, if you put us in charge, we're gonna change everything. I'm like, nigga, no, that's cap, bro. There's one thing I can tell you, Chains, I can advise. Make your own money and don't depend on these politicians. Because if you depend on these politicians, they're just gonna leave you stranded and not give you electricity, not give you electricity, not give you anything you need. Like, then they'll say here's a 350 so that every time you get me. Let me talk to you. Like, you see the likes of ANC, they've been at the top. ANC and DA, both of them, they always say, no, if you remove ANC, we're gonna be the better one, DA. No, then ANC says, no, we are doing a better job at the top. And it's like, damn, bro. South Africans' unemployment rate is at 41%. The unemployment rate in South Africa is at 41%. Almost half of South Africa's population is unemployed. You know how crazy that is? That's crazy. I'm just saying, that's crazy. And on TikTok, I just searched politicians in South Africa, and I found this video, chat, and I find it really, really interesting.
You can deport every foreigner, bulldoze every shack, and chase the homelessness out of Joburg CBD, for example. But give it a year, the same problems will be back. Poverty, homelessness, migration, nothing disappears. Our politicians keep selling us the same fantasy, which is subtraction. The idea that if we remove the right people, then everything will go back to normal. But here's the truth. Subtraction doesn't fix the system. It actually exposes it. And I'm going to tell you how. That homeless person you chased out of town is still homeless, just in a different place. And that young person that you just arrested for shoplifting is still unemployed, but now with a criminal record. Every problem just got harder to solve. And if you want proof of how backwards this thing actually gets, look at what the NCA is pushing. Blacklisting students who can't pay back NSFAS. Think about it. You take a kid who studied because they were poor, who can't find work because they aren't jobs, and then you punish them by killing their credit record. That's subtraction politics in its purest form. Instead of fixing the economy, you raise the victim. When the government brags about cleaning the streets, clamping down on foreign nationals, or demolishing informal settlements, it's not progress, it's theater. The city looks cleaner, people feel safer, but the root problem remains untouched. If our system worked, these issues wouldn't exist in the first place, because unemployment isn't caused by unemployed people. Poverty isn't caused by the poor. Scarcity is built into how our economy runs. It produces the very crisis politicians pretend to solve. Look, subtraction might feel good in the moment. It might even look like it's working, but it's not a cure, it's a symptom. And as long as South Africa keeps subtracting people instead of repairing the system, nothing is ever going to change. I know you're going to ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. You can deport every foreigner, bulldoze every...
Hope you niggas understood that. It's always like, no, take these people out, then everything is gonna be fine, bro. 41% unemployment rate is crazy. I won't lie, chat. This world is crazy, bro. That's why we're seeing many people now being OnlyFans people. Many people not doing those type of stuff. Cause they feel like now they don't have a choice. Cause it's tough to get a job. And shit is not funny, bro. Shit is not funny, bro.
You can't make South Africa a solution to countries having problems. South Africa is a country that has to take care of its own problems. South Africa is a country that currently has the highest unemployment rate in the world. You can't say because 50,000 people in Congo or wherever are having problems with their government, we become the home to those people. Where are these people going to be living? That's where we have squatter camps and informal settlements. Where they're going to school, those same schools that our children are not getting squats in. Where are they going to be getting healthcare? In those same hospitals where our grannies now have to wait for hours and hours in queues and sleep on beds and sleep on the floor instead of sleeping on beds and giving birth every 5 minutes. We can't have a system that allows the refugees to just keep cut.
I saw one video with this. I saw one video, bro. So let me just, cause you know this copyright thing. This girl said, maturing is realizing. To be mature is realizing that there's not a single party in sight that has the ability to save South Africa. So going from DA, ANC, EFF, IFP, Zoma's party, that nigga's party, that other nigga's party, Your great Mars party. Then these people are saying in the comments, they're saying, give DA a chance, guys. We can't let that party roll 40. Kunin, it's 30 years now, and it just kept sinking. And this one said Team Blue. Then this nigga said, what has DA done for you? I wanted to go for DA, but when I experienced racism, I said, no, AFF it is. Chat, let me explain this to you. From a neutral, I don't do those voting things. I've never done it, and but what I would say is DA, ANC, basically the same thing. Let's keep it a buck. Then EFF is something like, it's like, you know, it's like it's this, they're like siblings. EFF is like that naughty kid that like doesn't follow the rules and all that. But most of it, it's the same shit. It's the same shit, bro. If you're African, how tired about your chest, don't try to ask yourself this. Let's see this. Let's see this. And chat, that's why there's so much corruption in South Africa. It goes from the top to this nigga here, Cupcakes. It goes from Cupcakes to all these police guys, commissioners. I don't know what's happening with that, but let's see what this goes.
Minister Feroz Kachalia are addressing the nation this afternoon. That's Thursday, the 23rd of April, 2026. And I think we can all guess what this is all about. We currently have a National Police Commissioner who stands as an accused in a criminal matter. And we've been waiting to hear from the president on this. But also
the police commissioner. You know how crazy. If the top of the police is corrupt, then it's fucked up. Okay, let's see what this guy says.
National Police Commissioner Fanny Masemola has been added as a co-accused to Kat Matlala's case over that dodgy, probably illegal 360 million rand police healthcare services tender. People, Mensa, Chomis, Bafetu, this is insane. Masemola is our national police chief. He's literally the boss. He's the highest ranking police official. He's the National Police Commissioner. Right now, he's supposed to be leading a special emergency investigation into more than 12 dodgy cops who the Madlanga Commission has identified as probably being involved in corruption and other criminality. He's supposed to be doing that. And now the NPA believes that they have credible evidence linking him to crimes committed to the benefit of Kat Matlala himself. And the person who's supposed to be overseeing him on behalf of the South African people is Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, but he is still suspended after the terrifying allegations against him of being involved in dodgy dealings involving known alleged criminals to the benefit of himself and fellow members of the African National Congress. So now he has to be suspended until these charges come to a ruling, until either his name is cleared and then he can come back to his job, or until he gets convicted of something and probably almost certainly then hopefully loses his job and maybe goes to jail. But the problem is, who's going to take over? Tons of the top police are compromised, are facing credible allegations of criminality and corruption. One of his deputies is Shadrach Sabir. The head of the Hawks is, the head of the Hawks of KZN is, a ton of brigadiers are. These are some of the people he was supposed to be leading this special rapid investigation into. Who's going to do it? It could be Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. He could step in as National Police Commissioner acting. He has been acting National Police Commissioner before, but will he be offered that opportunity given that he has counter accusations against him and his accusations are fundamentally a part of all of this police reckoning that is happening in front of us? People, Mensa, Chomis, Bafetu, what's supposed to happen now?
I don't know what I was talking about, but I was talking about something. The whole, that means the whole of, they are a good good policemen. But if the boss is corrupt, and you at the bottom low are not corrupt and just good person, what do you think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? Crime is gonna keep on happening. fucking hell. That's why most of these niggas are fat as fuck, chat. Why are our police officers fat as fuck, chat?
Political parties like the DA and the Freedom Front Plus want us to move away from economic policies that address race directly. The problem with this is that not only can we see with our eyes, but we can see with our empirical studies that race continues to inform economics in South Africa, that there's huge divisions based on race, and that there's massive structural and systemic reform that needs to happen. One particular study that does some really good work in this regard is Chilwa, Maboshe, and Hamilton's study, The Racial Wealth Gap in South Africa and the United States. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. In this study, they used data from the National Income Dynamics study, and in interpreting that data, they highlight how there are still radical differences, not just in income, but in wealth, how people are able to generate further income based on their assets, based on what they have invested and the like. Two key graphs show up in this study that I can't screenshot here, but I encourage you to go and look at yourself, that show some
Chat, you know what I was saying also? Also, some...
staggering numbers.
It's been about love and hate.
Hello. White people. Some white people say nah, the A is trash. Some black people are saying ANC is trash. So everybody's trash. So there's no solution, chat. Let's keep it about chat. There is no solution, chat. There is no solution. This nigga saying how ANC feels after investigating themselves and finding no corruption. These niggas are investigating. ANC is investigating. ANC says they investigated themselves and they found out that in ANC there's no corruption. What? Are you fucking like, bro? How can you investigate yourself and find out there's no obvious there's not gonna be corruption, bro? The obvious there's not gonna be corruption. Bro. From mayors, politicians,
podcasts. That's a huge red flag. That is an infringement on freedom of speech. And I don't really think it has much to do with regulating or coming at it from a peaceful perspective. It's about censoring people. It's about controlling the narrative. Podcasts are a space for raw, unfiltered conversations.
but what does
They're
the
the one
government want to
space
do?
where we kind of know that we can get the closest to the truth versus mainstream media that's just pushing propaganda. If the
Gotcha.
government wants to decide what's acceptable and what needs licensing, that's a tactic for silencing.
Facts.
That's a tactic for hiding the truth. So before we let this become law,
Niggas wanna regulate. You know how crazy. And look at this guy. This gent, who's this guy? Siyabonga Moses Goodwill Nkosi. He's a businessman under corruption. So, you know what he did? Eskom corruption. I think he was stopping. I don't know what he was doing, but this nigga, his assets were frozen and they are worth 76.5 million. 17 properties. Oh no. 7 luxury cars, chat. Let's see. And this is what happens, chat. When politics is bad, you get load shedding. Crime rates go up, unemployment go up, corruption go up. Even rape goes up, pregnancy goes up. All of these things go up, bro. Nothing good happens. Then you know what the politicians say? They just see an opportunity to say, no, it's because of this or it's because of this guy. It's put us in charge, and let that guy out, and we are gonna fix everything. And that's care, bro. You just wanna reign and just control that place, bro. Like, let's say this is
right. course, he has two Lamborghini Urus Super SUVs, which are 10 million rand, one costing 5 million rand. He has a Porsche Cayenne, which is GTS, which is 2.2 million rand. He has a Cayenne, another one for 2 million rand. He has a Cayenne Turbo GT, by the way, 4-liter V8.
This guy loves Porsches.
3.3 seconds, which is 4.6 million rand. He has a Porsche Panamera GTS,